Okay. Last year, when Farrah Fawcett Majors made her first movie, which was called Somebody Killed Her Husband, one critic called it a Yankee movie because Farrah was yanked here and then she was yanked there. It's a plot that called for her to do very little, actually, in that movie, except be yanked through it. But I guess that was basically a fairly accurate review. But now Farrah's second movie has come along, and I basically like it a lot better. It's called Sunburn, and Farrah stars as a woman who's hired as a private detective's paid companion. Now, her job: provide a cover by pretending to be his wife while he tries to steal some incriminating letters.
Wait! Wait! Oh, my God.
Anyone asked? I was here all night.
What happened? Is somebody after you?
Maybe Ortega. I think the suit fooled him.
You look awful. Why don't you have a cup of coffee and sit down? Are you okay?
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Look, I know I'm not an expert. Are you sure you're going about solving this case in the right way?
Are you serious? Ortega's papers. They show that Thorne was being blackmailed, and now that he's dead, they're trying to do the same thing to Mrs. Thorne.
Are you sure? I mean, can you prove it?
Prove it? Get me some towels. I need something a little more conclusive. But if I get it, it'll be worth $500,000.
$500,000? You're paying me $500 a day and nearly getting me killed?
Plus expenses.
You really are a rat.
I thought this was a good deal for you. You get a bonus.
It's not just the money. Now, what kind of man dresses up in a spooky suit like that and spends the night with another man's wife just to steal some papers?
Me. That's why I'm considered the fourth best guy in the business at this stuff. Could you make me some breakfast?
No, I wouldn't fix you some breakfast. Why don't you fix it yourself? Do you have any idea how old she is? I would say she was at least 40. Probably still taking those change of life pills just to keep it going.
There must be some pills.
You're disgusting.
It was Charles Grodin as her husband, and he claimed there that he was the fourth best detective in the business, but he bumbles his way through the movie while Farrah saves the day, and she often saves it, I perhaps ought to add, while wearing costumes that help explain why the movie is titled Sunburn.
How you doing?
Yeah. What can I do for you, pal?
Oh, my wife tells me you gave her a little scare out in the water.
She's daydreaming, pal. Lots of broads would like me to give them a little scare in the water.
Yeah, I'll bet they do. Yeah. This really the guy?
Well, I thought it was, but, maybe he just thought I was somebody else. Come on, let's go.
Oh, excuse us. Probably thought you were somebody else. Oh, yeah, you were somebody else. Where is he? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Would he take off?
Yeah. Go. Come on, let's just go.
Would he take off? Big guy. Must have got scared. Big guy, huh? I must have really hit him. Yeah, I used to box, not professionally, amateur, but I never lost a fight. I really took a shot.
She looks better in a scuba suit than most girls look in bikinis. Anyway, Sunburn is light entertainment, and that's basically what it's intended to be. It's not a great thriller, it's not a great comedy, but it does have a nice sense of style, and it has some clever dialogue. And Sunburn also shows that Farrah has a nice, bright screen quality. She looks great in a scuba diving uniform. And what else are you going to ask for, Gene?
Well, I'd ask for a decent script.
I knew you would, yes.
Yeah.
Probably want it to make sense, too, don't you?
It's a mystery. It's a detective story. I think that people who wrote it even knew it was confused because about 2 or 3 times while it's playing, they have to retell the story. Somebody says, now, we did this because of that, we did this because of that. And unfortunately, the film breaks down. For that reason and for one other one, it's hard. Farrah is very compelling visually. I mean, when you see her, you always look to the screen.
Very good, yes. I noticed myself doing that, yes.
But she's interrupting things. She's very beautiful. The script makes no sense, so it's an interruption.
I don't know. I think your one problem solves the other problem. This is not a tightly constructed mystery in which you're following the plots like Agatha Christie or something. She's very pretty. It's a movie about a pretty girl. That's one reason to have movies, especially in the summertime. To me, that's good enough rationale for Sunburn.
And all I'm saying is if it had made sense, if it had been a better script, it would have been nicer to look at. Well, let's get on to our next picture.
Okay. Sunburn starred Farrah Fawcett Majors in a comedy thriller set south of the border. I enjoyed Farrah's style and her looks. Gene thought the movie was a loser, so 1 yes and 1 no.